but now you're chilling on shore. What's the use of being rich when your inside's poor? You think it's this, but you don't want to see more. You want to see more, but you want to see sore. Life done slowed you down, your body is acting up, your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you pack it up. You check about thoughts and memories that's adding up like overseas. You feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buck. You still feel paralyzed, the bucks and track. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source? We flared up, flared up, flared up.
It is always a good time for football here in the city of Pittsburgh. Welcome to Acrisure Stadium. Ball was teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. Valus Jones now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out is one of the league's most tooled-up quarterbacks, Brock. He's trying to reach a new ceiling here in year 3. Anthony Richardson.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Play fake. It's Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
And the Colts first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set!
Play action with Richardson. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Downs will go in motion left. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. He'll try and run this.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Let's go!
Taylor trying to run for this first. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Going for it on 4th. Richardson. He's got it to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
1st and goal, Indianapolis.
Ready! Got it! Let's go!
On the counter, it's Taylor. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And he will score! Touchdown, Indianapolis! The Colts finish off an excellent opening series. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Dante Kent with the return. And his drive will start inside the 25. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And they're brought up by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. Certainly some momentum to build on today.
I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss, first play of the game. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. First down, ball at the 36.
That's good for the Steelers. First down.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Looking out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And this is taken ahead to the 42. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Rodgers here from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. First down, Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Given 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Steelers first down. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Warren here from the gun. And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Green 18.
On second down, Warren. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
158. Hey, 88.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the 29. Completed to his running back. Continuing to move past the 45. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Has his man. That's their looking from Penn State. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Colts.
No!
From the gun, Taylor. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Jack.
Taylor again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. Now they're up against it here on 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is up and good. That'll push their lead to 4.
Makes the score.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Calvin Austin on the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. They'll start the drive with Warren. They'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. It's the 2-minute warning now for Macrisher. And it's the Steelers with 1st and 10.
All right. 319. Look at this.
Warren once more. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Making a stop that time, Nick Cross.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like we got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
From a great throw to a nice rapid catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
258.
Pressure comes, Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Warren running between the tackles. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every whole home run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. This could have been much, much more exciting.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Hey, 88.
To throw, Rodgers. This one's caught. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take the lead just before halftime. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Boswell on to send this away. Here's Gould on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Colts offense getting one final possession here in the half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. Now begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Yep, as expected, they go to the grab and start this one off. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Slot man motioned over. From the 32. He gets this one to Pierce. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now.
They fake the handoff. Now Richardson. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. One last play before the break. He's back to throw. He beams one deep right side. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. We'll see the Steeler offense first this half as they're headed out now. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Run for Ward here to start the 3rd. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
319.
It's DK on the slant. And this one doesn't go far.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Rodgers here off the play action. The right side, caught by Smith. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
And 10 at the 40-yard line.
319.
Going again, it's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Gets this one to Fryermuth. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers.
They'll hand it off to Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Rolling left, buying some time. Here's the dump off to Warren. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something that'll go get that first down. They couldn't do it right there.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. It's on the end. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's another Pittsburgh Steelers.
They'll toss it to Johnson. And good forward, about 5 yards, looks like. It's 2nd down now.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Warren, quick on the draw. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
319.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. This throw is caught. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. Has it in close. And that play is brought to a home, so you're going to say at the 5-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
319. 18. Watch the twin. Watch the twin. Teammate.
Throwing once again, Rodgers. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Boswell able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, that didn't take too long. One series in, and he's given them the second half lead.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Gould on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Left side into the hands of Warren. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Play fake. It's Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Downfield to Warren. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds. What a play to end this 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Colts ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Ready.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Come on. Hey.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. From the right hash, 52 yards out. Got all of it, and this is good. And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Rodgers here from the gun. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they marked him just short of the 1st. He's at the 34.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. from the shotgun. Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. The Colts are ready to take the field. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's...
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen, he can pick it off. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. And now this offense has got a chance to do so.
On first down, Ward. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
19 Tiger.
They'll run now on second down. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth, right behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
319.
Looking to throw. That's caught in stride by Fryermuth. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Zone read here to give the warning. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal.
319.
Blitz coming for Rodgers. He's got it. It's in close. And he's walked out real close to that goal line at the 1.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers going for the win here. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
Well, a field goal would break this tie, Brock, but the offense is staying out there. It's 4th and goal. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And they stop him. No touchdown. No first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
That play is a go-to so many times in this down and distances. But defenses, well, they can expect it too. And look at the defensive line. Man, were they ever ready for it? Tremendous push inside. It kept them from reaching the chains.
They bring a tight end in motion right. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Well, I'm not seeing the signal for a safety, Brock, but he did not dodge it by much. That run just gets back to the line.
That right there, my friends, is exactly the kind of pressure and intensity you expect from the defense each of these next 2 snaps as well. They want to keep you pinned right there against your own end zone and force you into a very risky punt.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They go again with Taylor. He finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Here we go, Scott.
Looking to throw it. They'll make a big for it on the ground. And he's going to have this one up to about the 21. Colts operating from the hurry up, rushing back to the line.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
He'll look to throw it. Check it down to Taylor. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Setting up to pass. Steps up and he's running with it. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Colts operating from the hurry up, rushing back to the line. Now to throw. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. The Steelers calling their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Throw left side, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining.
319.
Back to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. An entire stadium of pressure now on Chris Boswell. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Doesn't look like it has the leg, and it falls well short of the posts. And folks, we're headed for overtime. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoff. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Got to be able to make a stop, too.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Here's Gould on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Colts offense set to head out. And they fought hard not just against their opponents out on the field, Brock, but the tens of thousands of opponents here in these stands. Now a chance to be the first ones to answer the bell and take the early lead here in overtime.
Let's go now.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. First throw of overtime now. That one finds Josh Downs. Free inside the 30. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17. All right, so an important landmark cross on that play. They're inside the red zone now, partner. Now, new overtime rules mean they can't win it with a touchdown, but more times than not, a touchdown does ensure they don't lose it on the next series either.
Yeah, and you do all this work, all this heavy lifting to get into the red zone, it's got to be a touchdown, and that's all you're thinking offensively. You are not going to feel good coming off the field if you got to settle for 3.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on second down. From the gun, Taylor. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's gonna end up in a loss of yards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Running back, motioning right. Third and short yardage here, Richardson. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts claim a 6-point lead. Tucker on for the extra point.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime.
16.
Well, in past years, this game would have been over on that score, but starting this year, their opponents get to respond as we are back underway. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Steelers offense headed out. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And now they face second down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Second and 10 now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Completed over the middle. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be fourth down. This is it, Brock. Make or break right here. Overtime rules gave them a chance to go touchdown for touchdown. But if they don't come through on this fourth down, they have wasted that chance.
And they're humans down there. They're not robots. They know exactly what these circumstances are, but this is also, Kate, where you tell yourself to do your job. Just do what you have been.
Has a hole left, room to run. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers cut it to a lower point on the scoreboard. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Rodgers has his guys set. Looking to tack on 2 to that touchdown.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it! And that catch in the end zone gives them the lead. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route. When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.